the acting thing is what I consider to be the thing that I don't mind. It takes my time because the time that it takes is limited. It could be anywhere from a month to 5 months, but it's not 2 years. Yeah.
To Charlie Cox, I think you've been a lot of Marvel shows, and you've done an amazing job. I'm looking forward for the next things coming. I'm sure you're just gonna keep killing it, just like you've done. And it's nice to see where you come from, the movies as commercial, and your name is out there now, and everybody knows who you are, and that's great. My question is, all those Marvel shows besides Devil, which is your main character, what was which show do you have more fun playing in? What cast is your favorite, be more easy to work with all those other shows? Because it's been like 7 different ones, right? So Defenders, She-Hulk,
from the other Marvel stuff. Yeah, there's only a couple. There's only I've only done the 2 or 3. I had a really, really good time doing She-Hulk. I thought that was a lot of fun, very different, and it was very different totally from the show from the Daredevil show. I felt iconic to be on screen with Peter Parker, and that film was really only one scene. It was just from someone who's become kind of a big fan of this character and also the kind of iconic relationships from the canon. It was really fun to be just in a scene with Spider-Man. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
just one more.
No, we have to move on, but thank you. Right over here.
Hi, my name is Dan. I'm from New York, actually. I'll just do one question. What are the chances of Luke Cage running for mayor against his
I also want to know this.
I have no idea.
The early bird catches the worm.
Thank you.
Over here.
So I have a question specifically for Joseph, because as much as I love you as Kingpin, especially in Echo, Robert Warren is one of my favorite characters ever. And you don't think of Law and Order as a character-based show, even though it really is. So can you talk a little bit about building such a complicated and complex character for 10 years that I think has been an inspiration to many characters beyond Law and Order?
Look, those are really kind words. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you for just saying that. That's awesome. It is such a fucking pain in the ass. At the time, it's everything that you just said. The idea of, I was just lucky that Dick Wolf was my boss, because everybody else that was involved with it was just pushing against what I was trying to do, and except for Dick. And it was, I wanted, the one thing that I asked Dick going in was, I'm not going to play a cop. I'm not going to go in there and play a cop. I'm going to go in there and play a guy who happens to have gone to John Jay College and became like a detective, and eventually got promoted to the Major Case Squad. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I was talking to somebody today about it. The assignment that there's this organization called the Major Case Squad, which is basically, it's hard to define, but it's basically right below what the Federal Bureau. It's like the New York's version of the Federal Bureau, and so they handle all the major cases in New York, and they're downtown One Plaza, and they are a group of men and women that are super sleuths. Their patch, their logo is a silhouette of Sherlock Holmes. It always has been. And so that wasn't mentioned in the scripts when I got them, but the minute I started doing research, I'm like, holy cow, this is quite unique, And so I hadn't read a a Sherlock Holmes story in a long time. And so I started to read them, and I had forgotten how much of a freak Sherlock Holmes was. And he was a messed up dude.
Yeah.
And, right?
He's totally insane.
Totally insane. And I thought, okay, well, there's the character. You know, like, let's do that. I mean, to myself, I said, let's do that, which shows you how weird I am. I'm talking to several of myself.
What was the response?
Fuck yeah. And fuck yeah. And yeah. All three of them. And you know, you can't just go into a network television show back then. That's basically a group of people that used to make just like ensemble cop shows and say, hey, I want to do this. You know, you have to do it rather than try to explain it. So when I would do it, there was constantly starting and stopping. Like there would be a cut, and I'd be like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?" Like, well, you're not talking. Like, well, it's not radio, for fuck's sake. I'm not talking. I don't have to talk every second. I can do stuff instead of talking. No, you have to be talking. No, it's not radio. I don't have to. So it was like I'd have to go through every new thing that I tried to bring to with that character and treat him like just a person rather than like a cop. They pushed against. And it wasn't until the fans started to chime in and Dick Wolf realized that we were on to something, and then the writers started to write to it, and then it started to go. And then it started to go more. The writers were favorable of what I was trying to do, and so yeah, it was a bit of it wasn't an easy task, and I had never done. I'd only done the homicide life on the streets thing, and maybe a one equalizer when I was young. After I did like 25, after I did Jacket, we did a couple of equalizers, but I'd never